Oh no, no mahara mai. Hoki mai ki tēnei po. Monday night kōrero, and as the heading goes, week one of the finals, Warriors versus the Panthers. Good night, nurse. Don't forget to turn the lights out on your way out, kind of thing. Yeah, so Saturday night's game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't review the game. It was too hard. The only highlight for me from Saturday night was really that the All Blacks lost. Yeah, I was in a deep sense of commiseration and fucking struggling to, because it was just one of those games. And I was at the Bro Polders and we watched it there, and we didn't actually catch we flipped over to the All Blacks, caught the last half an hour, whatever it was. Just to see them get freshed by the Springboks, and that actually lifted my spirits. I left this place feeling pretty good, actually. So yeah, but that is a wrap. That's a wrap for 2025, season 2025, for the Warriors. Our Wahine boys had a big win yesterday, and it was a good game. Good last game for them against the Tigers, and yeah, I think they won 44-6. Watched the game. Man, there were some really good hits in that game. Yeah, and like the girls just went out and done it for each other and for the coach and for the team and the club, and they our women's team going into next year, they actually look like they're going to do all right, kind of thing. So really looking forward to see how many of those girls hang around. If the squad stays the same, if they got that Broughton coming in from the Broncos, so and whoever else, kind of thing. Yeah, so our women look like they're in good stead. But Saturday night's game. I guess to everyone that went to Mount Smart. Yeah, it was kind of, my bro Carl went up and sent me some pics from Lily World, and man, it just looked like a vibe, right from the the fans coming over. Well, I mean, obviously those that are already in Auckland. So that Richie fella from the Warriors Nation, doing shout outs all pretty much all day Saturday, and Richie Morgan and like the guy's a legend, man. The way he just kind of gets everyone, just G's everyone up. Everyone gets G'd up listening to this guy, and he brings the vibe, and you just can't compete with that, really. So yeah, so no, I haven't reviewed the game. It was too hard to kind of go back over the obvious calls, like the Panthers try, the double movement. It's been a double movement all year, and okay, momentum got him over the line, but he still lifted his elbow. His elbow was grounded, and then he kind of, and it's just like, if momentum had got him over, he wouldn't have even had to lift his elbow. Oh, here we go. Where is he? Kia ora, bro. You've gone all stealth mode. Oh, there he is. Cheerio, Morty. How you, my bro?
Good break. Good break.
Yeah, I've just been. I was just yabbering about the double movement try. Kind of, all season it's been a double movement, and then it gets to our game, and it's like try confirmed, and I was just like, oh my goodness. How's your weekend, bro?
They didn't even check it out. They didn't even go upstairs or check or nothing. It was just try.
And the replays you saw again and again, I was just like, how can that not be a double movement, bro? Yeah. Anyway, how was Auckland, bro?
Yeah, it was good, bro. It was.
It looked mean.
Obviously, the voice is a little bit sore now, but
nice.
You mean the final when the South Stand, bro, was trying to unite him?
Yeah. Did you
with Richard Morgan
and
his crew to start Warrior Nation?
Yeah, I just done a shout out before.
them that came from City.
Yeah, man, that's mean, bro. That's mean. Kia ora, Jacko. Kia ora, Campus.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tell us about the vibe, bro. What was it like at the stadium?
To be honest, bro, it was pretty quiet.
Oh, true.
I was actually hoping for crowd being the finals game, knowing that this was do or die.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping that, bro. Yeah, it took a lot to.
Oh,
It was me and another guy from. He was pretty pumped, so we were sort of banging the cheese and trying to get some chants going. And
yeah.
To be honest, bro, I thought it was actually pretty quiet.
Like for the duration of the game,
especially at moments where, and like especially at moments where I think the boys really needed the crowd to get behind them. It was
yeah.
Obviously, the bigger stands, like the west and the east stands, obviously more people, so they were.
Yeah, and the rain, like when the rain kicked off, it was just like, oh man, it didn't look like it was going to be much fun. Yeah,
rain kicked in.
Yeah, it looked pretty full on, bro.
That was right on kickoff.
Yeah.
And
it was just like, oh man, yeah, because then you saw everyone putting their ponchos on and pulling the hoodies on, the umbrellas coming out. Just Jacko's comment, double movement maybe, but forward pass and the long range try for sure. Oh yeah, it went all dotted down. Yeah, bro, hard. And the ref was right there. The ref was right there when he made that pass, and I was just like, how can you not call that forward, bro? Yeah, I was thinking the same, bro. Couldn't even really hear the crowd. Wow. Okay. Was that like for the duration of the game or just kind of in patches? Wow.
Most of the game.
Wow. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
Oh, I'm losing you, bro. I'm not sure if I still got you, bro. Yeah. Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sweet, bro.
Yeah. But the whole, because it was a full house, eh? It was a like sellout crowd. Yeah, I felt sorry for you fellas when the rain kicked off. But it was kind of like, oh mate, and in all honesty, bro, like now that the Warriors are out, I'm kind of, every year's been the same for me. When the Warriors aren't there, I kind of tune out. I'll wait till the grand final now and just see who the last two are, and I might watch it. Like now that the Warriors are out, I'm probably hoping Canberra make it to the end. But I heard I didn't watch the game, last night's game, the Canberra Broncos game, but I heard there was a bit of controversy. Yeah, and it's just like the Broncos are hard not to think about that whole because 2023 when we played them in that preliminary grand final, that whole they're one of the clubs that are looked after. The NRL really look after them and give them the the little perkies and extras and shit like that. Like Reece Welsh, when he headbutted that fella, I was like, bro, he should have been gone skis, bro. I saw that and I was just like, and he just gets 10 minutes. I was like, wow. That was
need a full suspension.
Yeah, and it's just like, that sort of stuff. And I mean, if you're a Broncos fan, it's like, got away with it. Who cares? But Raiders, I'm hoping the Raiders go all the way. I don't know. I don't know about after last night's game. But I would love to see them make it to the GF and take it out. Now that we're not there. Greg, hi. How's it going? I am so gutted. Gathered. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely, Greg. It's it was just one of those. Like the first half, we had our opportunities. We were putting pressure on. I agreed with the 2 points. I thought, it's that's the clever play. It's just a shame we couldn't kind of just crack on. And I hate to
I think those.
Sorry, bro.
I think in their first half, that really let us down. Obviously trying to get distance on their first penalty, and sort of 20 odd meters. Then there was a drop kick. Tanis didn't even done this sort of for the dropout. I was sort of like, if you just get rid.
Yeah.
And I also thought, bro, sorry, the one other thing I thought was I wasn't fully convinced that we would go the high balls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We were going Brian Torrey, he was the shorter of the and they might have got up on those high balls on Brian Torrey's side. Because Alamot was just chewing them up, and he was probably one of the best players, I think, in that game.
Yeah. And like Lickers had an outstanding season. It was just a shame that, like, in the second half, it was almost like the pressure started to get to him, and just those little mistakes, and I was just like, oh man. Sorry, bro. Just Jacko's comment. Ricky Stewart must be feeling sick. Won't be twice, only to be overruled. Yeah. Who went into like the golden point, extra time, whatever it was.
90 minutes.
Yeah. We were in the game for 70 minutes, but didn't take our chances to score. Yeah, that's true, Jacko. That's very true. Kia ora tahi. Glad you're on, my bro.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a but on reflection, and I mean, no doubt everyone's been thinking and feeling and saying and posting it, whatever. It's still been an outstanding season for us, and for the Warriors to finish sixth level, to stay in their bracket for the majority of the season. They actually it is boding well for next year, in that whole just how our squad's gonna pan out. Because I saw on the Warriors thing, the club website, they were talking about that Braylon Marsh, the son of PJ Marsh, played 19s. He's coming to the Warriors, and it's like, sure. So that all this next generation, the sons of former players coming over, I think that's cool, and I hope he makes real go of it. Greg, I am still proud of Warriors. Up the wires for 2026. Yes, Greg, absolutely. Actually, now's probably a good time to mention what we talked about in the chat thing, bro. I really like your idea.
So I suggested maybe we do a breakdown of this. You could even maybe start with the preseason form, like around 1 to 10 to 18, and then 93 parts possibly. Season and those different rounds, during those rounds and the results we had. Could pre-season storm and then go to Vegas, and then just as a sort of like a summary.
I like it, bro. I like it. That whole
sort of quarter for the next few weeks.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking of that too. So to our comments crew, to fellas that are just kind of jumping on, then we'll drag it out for a couple of weeks, because we still got the Pacific Cup, the Pacific Championship Cup to review, the Kiwis, and Toa Samoa, Mate Matonga, the Kumus, and the Cook Islands. So that's gonna. So we can still do the reviews for the test matches, but I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool to kind of like do a review of this year's season. Jacko, 2025 has been a great ride. Who would have thought that we would get to sixth place back after Vegas game? Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah. So leading into next Monday, we'll and if the boys and the girls, if the whānau in the comments crew you want to chuck in there with like with Kyle's suggestion about the whole, we'll break it up. We'll break the season up into parts, and then just kind of give some player analysis, our top rated players, who was most improved, MVPs. I got safe to say, I think everyone's going to be thinking the same thing about the MVP. I'm just going to put it out there, like Aaron Clark has been outstanding all season. He's stood, just Mr. Consistent right from the start. And he hasn't had that many bad games. Oh, we got another visitor. Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. How are you, my bro?
Yeah, all good. Might just be a little bit hard for hearing, though. I'm on the street.
We've got another visitor, too. Kia ora, Ty. Good to see you, brother. So to our comments crew, Ty was one of the OGs from when Nick kicked off with the Warriors Fan TV. I think Ty was actually on before I jumped on. So, bro, good to see you, my bro. Good to see you tonight.
Good to see you guys.
Likewise, good to see you guys. And obviously not in good fashion, obviously after the weekend's results, but we're here anyway.
Yeah. Like that, like your Porto, bro. Love it.
Yeah, as you can tell, I've already made the switch.
Yeah, love it, bro. Love it. Hey. So what do you reckon, Ty? What do you reckon about the game, bro? What's your analysis? Expert analysis.
Yeah, I guess, going into the game, sorry, everyone. I kind of had the idea that, it would be a tough one. Again, just going off form, not over this year, but over the last 4 years. Obviously, Panthers are the champions for a reason. Yes, they have a different team, but just have to take that into consideration when coming to finals footy. So I kind of thought it would go the way that it did. But I have to say that I think, especially for that first half, we did see the Wires show up. I actually really enjoyed the game. There was a couple of mistakes. That Tanner Boyd early one was a bit of a coach killer, to start off the game. But in terms of intensity on defense, you really saw it in the boys. So was proud of that. And I guess my kind of thing going into the game was that by the 60th mark, that's when kind of the grind gets grindier, if you want to put it that way. Can we stick? Yeah. And unfortunately, we just a few errors. Panthers just kind of kept on it, and the game went how it did. But to be honest, I'm proud of the effort. After the last 2 months, I was unsure what to expect from our boys. I feel like we've had some, real, I don't know, just interesting form going into the finals. But I think they did respect the jersey, at least for that first 60 minutes. And then, it just shows that there's still a gap between us and some of these top teams. So, again, still Wires supporter forever and always.
Bro, hard.
But I do think that there is some things we need to potentially look at. I don't think we need to chuck the baby with the bathwater out. Like this doesn't have to be significant change to coaches or anything. But I do think we need to kind of look into what whether it's roster changes, whether it's assistant coaching changes, whether it's game plan. What are those changes we need to make sure that we go into next year and the years beyond? Looking better. So it is what it is. Still a Wires fan. Wish we won, but hey, it is what it is.
I hope the Panthers get smoked in their next game. I just don't want to see them in the grand final, bro. It's just be like, wow, really again? Fairy tale ending for the Panthers, and if you're a follower, whatever. But I'll be gutted if they make the grand final, bro, because it's almost like, wow, these clowns are going to win it. Man, it sucks even saying that. But it's like Saturday night, kind of. I'd said earlier, I didn't review the game; it was just too hard. And the only highlight for me was the hole that the All Blacks lost. That did lift my spirits. Kind of just makes for like what Uncle Honor is going to do moving forward into next year, how the roster's going to look, who's going to still be hanging around, a lot of these young guns that are coming through. that Pereira, from the Titans. There was posts about him, the Warriors. Yeah, can't play the whole, that we're going to make a play for him. And it's like, wow, okay. So does that mean we're going to be losing the likes of Dallin or Rog? Or I don't know. Just thinking out loud, really. I like his pace, though. I do like his pace. I like that he brings a bit of speed, with him. So it's it's going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting. Just Jacko's comment. Even Brandy Alexander was singing our praises today, which was very strange to hear. Oh yeah, now they're all our mates. Now that we're gone, now that we're out of there. It's kind of
No, I just want to jump and say what Ty came up with Whānau. I don't know if you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, bro. All good.
I suppose there's probably not much we could have. There's probably not much more we could have put into that game, and I'll tell you my whakaaro is, when you've got a bit of glaze for fucking Nathan Cleary, I suppose, right? Because when you've got a player like that can put the ball into places, and they get the bounce, and I'd love to watch the game back because does anybody know who his kicking coach is? Does anybody know who has made this guy put a ball into space? He puts a ball into space and it just so happens to bounce up. I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's just luck. I don't know if anyone else watches Panthers games, but does anyone know who has coached this guy in the last 5-something years? Because it's something to be studied. It is.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we go back to his dad's a bit of a kicker himself. Not in play kicker, but I guess goal kicker. So that might be it. I've seen a little bit of footage of him practicing with Daniel Carter as well.
Oh wow!
So I think he's had a bit of support from Much, and then you can just see that's backyard. Him playing in the backyard with maybe friends and Whānau, and hopefully that's comes down to Jet Cleary. If we're looking at, hopefully there's been some younger brother learning tips off the older brother, and that we can see in the Warriors eventually. But yeah, that's just me going off what I've seen.
How far do you reckon Jet Cleary is from making the top team? Next year after?
Good part, I actually don't know, to be honest. I've only seen some of the New South Wales Cup games. He looks decent in every highlights I've seen him taking the line on, but I couldn't comment and say what it is. But you can see his brother in him too. So you kind of hope that he stays around long enough so we can see him in the top grade. We'll see how that all pans out. They might have sent him over here just to get him all ready, and he's going back to the Panthers. Actually, we don't know.
Yeah, and it was hard case because Ivan Cleary, post match, Ivan Cleary gives a shout out to the Warriors, and it's just like hard to hate the guy when he talks like that.
Everyone can piss off with their takes with the Warriors, man. Now that we're out, it's just like where was all that? Where was all that before? It's like those sympathy. It's those sympathy ones, eh? Oh, we love the Warriors, but fuck off. You're glad you're out. You're not in the finals. Well done, team Warriors. Blah blah blah. Fuck off. Just going back to what you're saying, Rio, about Panthers being in the grand final, and what I've just said about having a player that can just turn a game, not only turn a game, but fucking put that ball in places. This is a team that's been to 5 consecutive grand finals. So they know what they're doing now. It's fucking real obvious in those last kind of, we say we were a 60-minute team on the weekend, but it was kind of obvious after that 60 that they had a few more gears that they could go to. So if you've got a halfback that's we say, oh, the team's kind of shifted around, they don't have this one, don't have that one. At the same time, if I was Toby Crosby, and I know this hasn't been announced yet, but if I was Toby Crosby watching that game on the weekend, I'd be very happy to be going into that system.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro.
Yeah. Do you want me to take over Papali'i's role? Do you want me to stay in Cup so that I can take over Moses' role eventually? Where do you want me, Coach? Because fucking I can do the bench run and I can do the Moses one. I'm not the Moses dude right now, but if that's what you want me to do, Coach, no my heart of mine. Let's go. You know.
Yeah. Hard to disagree with that, my bro. Just Jacko's comment would be a calculated risk next year, but Jet Mets combo would be deadly and really made Tech dangerous. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh hell yeah. But yeah, I guess it's how long Ivan's happy for Jet to stay with us, before he pulls the rug out. and takes him back with him, takes him back
Not
to
too long.
Yeah, bro.
If I was the dad, boy, you get your debut, boy. You do your little nursery over there with my other son, Webby. Yeah, and then boy, come home.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
That's just speaking from a dad, bro. I'm a dad, so this is speaking from a dad's point of view.
Yeah, very much so, bro.
It's oh, sorry, I'll do it.
No, go Toy.
I was just gonna say, every time I hear interviews of with Ivan, he always talks about, no, he's gone over there, he made his decision, he's his own man. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be in his ear a couple of years, like, hey,
oh heck yeah,
we might have a spot for you.
Yeah. Especially if he comes about and is as good as Nathan, if not better, and just starts to highlight and makes Origin, makes the Kangaroos, whatever, Ivan's no full way. He'll probably just
I don't buy any of that chat for fucking anything, bro. I think Ivan's looking at the next 10, 15 years. His son might turn out good, he might not, but he's not telling us that. He's not like if he turns out half as good as his brother, half. Because let's be honest, like even if Taino had his best game on the weekend, he still wouldn't be half as good as Nathan.
Yeah,
and that's not shitting on our half. I was just being fucking real. This is being real. He's, to do that kind of backyard footy stuff that Ty just said. No, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be like I'm not even sure who's playing who this coming weekend. I've just kind of switched off. But I said earlier, I hope Canberra do make it. I hope Canberra get there, and I'd love to of those teams remaining. Yeah, of those teams remaining, I hope the Raiders take it out.
I'm with yours. And with your Damien, Raiders supporter out there, brother. And I just think after the game the other night, I'm like, oh, bro, those boys are going to be smashed. So could also see them going down this week, unfortunately.
Well, yeah,
one team I want to see win it if I had to choose.
Yeah, and again, it highlights the whole. So Ivan rested those players 2-3 weeks out from the finals, and it's starting to, kind of make sense. It's like, they were fresh, bro. They're especially going into the second half. It was just like, oh my goodness. And like you said, Nick, when they went up a gear, it was just like we had nothing. Then when they started putting the squeeze on us, it was just like, we folded, we choked, and it's just like, damn.
Well, I suppose like even you could probably point fingers at us switching off, which we're really good at doing. We've been doing it for decades. But when Nathan put that ball into, that one that bounced up for whoever the fuck was chasing and Chance wasn't there, it's like, fuck. They finished their set. They finished their set pretty close to their red zone, and we all thought, fuck, here we go. We're gonna at least score a try from the next set. But then he puts the ball over there, and it's just like, fuck, there's no one there.
Yeah. Frustrating, my bro.
And I just want to comment on that too. I think again, it's not the Panthers fan TV channel. I know that. But I do think there's obviously with Webby coming from there, you can definitely tell that he's been trying to get us as a team to be able to grind for 80 minutes. Kind of have that base. But what I what I see kind of time and time again, and we've seen it with Panthers over the last 4 years, obviously, is that the ability to apply pressure, with those kicks and keep them down there and get repeat sets, and the ability to absorb pressure, it's just, it's such a different thing you're watching, I think for us, we just haven't got there yet. We don't know how to apply pressure. There was, I think, times on the weekend where I think there was 3 or 4 sets that we got on the line, but it just felt like, just kind of felt like we're not necessarily applying pressure. We're there, but we're not there. As soon as they got us down in our half and applied pressure, it felt like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, oh, bro, please don't get it. Like, you're crossing your fingers. You feel it. You feel the pressure. So, I just think there's that level that we have to get to as a club, and I think we can get there, but it's just, we're not there yet.
Yeah, that's fair, bro. That's fair. Just Jacko's comment. If we let Crosby there, needs to be serious questions as to why he is future elite player with skills and power few have. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. I guess it's the salary cap too, and the young fella. Like the opportunity to go play for a championship club. That's irresistible. Yeah,
hard out.
And who knows? He might go there for a couple of years and come home. I'm hoping he does, because even if he spent two seasons with the Panthers or 3, he'd come back. Just his knowledge base would be so much more advanced as opposed to where he is right here, right now, kind of thing.
I would say if he does kick off over there, like Eli Katoa, like other players that have kicked off overseas, they very rarely come back.
Sad but true, my bro. John Stevens, sup, John? Healy started around 14 versus Cronulla. This season's most fluent team performance. How many minutes has he played since then? There must be something about Healy Webster doesn't like or trust.
Nah, good question.
He
was best player. On the field against the Eels. No, it wasn't against the Eels. It was the one. Fuck, I don't even know.
Manly. The Manly game.
Yeah.
Was it the Manly game? He was best player on field.
Mm.
No, it was the Eels game. It was the Eels game where he scored a try in that game. He saved a try in that game.
Mm. Oh yeah, no, he did too. Yep.
And then I think very next week he got dropped. Or so yeah.
I was just gonna say too, I like him as a player, and I think Jacko brought it up too. I'm just looking at the comments that you can tell Webby still has a thing around how to blood young players in. Like obviously he blooded Lecker and all of that, but just still trying to get that kind of balance of trying to blood them in and then trying to kind of stick to that, be loyal and stick to some of these players that have been here too. And I think for me there's questions around how he's doing that. I appreciate that he stays loyal, but I'm just like, man, I would love a bit of a not a span in the works kind of every week, but like just a little bit of actually let's see some of these young guys. And I think for me, just to give I guess like if I was to look at all the teams that are in that top 4 or all the teams that are doing well right now, they've all got at least 1 or 2 young players at the back line, or like if I think about the wings and I think about fullback, look at our back 3. It's got Chance, you've got Rog, and you've got Dalen. They're all kind of older, and I feel like there's a bit of me that's like, I think we need one young gun out there, one young gun at their wing or their fullback position, man. It's a bit slow compared to these other teams. So that's just kind of my feelings around it.
No,
What's our thoughts on this Khan Pereira? What's our thoughts on this Khan Pereira situation? Because I put a post up saying it doesn't smell right for me, because if he's that good, why would you let him go?
Don't know. Warriors might be offering him big money. If he's good enough, and like he's a speed merchant, so he already smokes the back 3 we've already got.
And from my observations too, he's still got some defensive issues as well. So very much a speedster on the wing and can blitz pretty much anyone, but still has those issues on defense. But then again too, I know Titans didn't do really well, but they do have some of some all right people in the back line as well. So I think there's a little bit of all of that. I don't watch Titans too much, but I've seen him kind of get beaten on some defensive in defense sometimes. So that could be it.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Just Jacko's comment. Panthers recently signed young Fatilofa, but he backflipped, so maybe Crosby has not lost yet. Oh, that's wishful thinking, my bro. Yeah. Like the Warriors would have to pull something out of the bag for Crosby. Would love to see him hang around, but yeah, it's gonna be a
Well, the fact both clubs, especially the Penrith Panthers, the fact no one's saying anything, I think it's still up in the air, because if he had signed, Penrith's social media team would have announced it, because that is a very exciting signing.
Yeah, bro. Tahi, I'm just happy with youngsters coming to us. It speaks volumes to what the club is achieving. Yeah. So they obviously see something in playing for us, and just lifting their profile. Getting the right caliber of player to come to the Warriors, and building on what Uncle's already started. Just bodes well for next year. That whole how. But again, and it does tie into what you were saying, Ty, about the whole. Yeah, is he gonna try different approaches, have different assistants come on board? Yeah, because it's kind of like I don't know. I mean, obviously after you've reviewed the year and to be a fly on the wall when the coaches get together and Webby's going to kind of finalizing what he wants to plan for the preseason moving into next season. It's going to be because we all know he's pretty much a loyalist, and he sticks to what he knows. And hard to argue because it kept us where we were all season. How do you add what's the last bit? What's the last component for the Warriors that's missing to push us through? To make us a worthy challenge to put our hand up and say, yeah, no, we want that premiership.
Maybe we already got it. Maybe we just need to have a full strength team just to go through the majority of the season and not lose Barney and not lose Metz. When Barney when he went down, it was bloody obvious. You could kind of feel it.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Nick. Yeah, I think part of it might be, obviously those injuries didn't help, and Barney definitely was a missing piece. I feel defensively, just kind of his ability to tie in. I'm on the right, give them credit, they did all right actually in the weekend, but I think he was very missing in that case. And then Metz is just his speed, like he can break games open, and I kind of have higher hopes for Tanner. If I had to be honest going into it, I was kind of talking Tanner up. And I think he did all right, but I still think he's whether it's
his best work.
Whether it's something that may come or not, but you can just see Metz is a little bit, well, not even a little bit. There's levels to where Metz is as a player, so you can just see kind of that piece missing, that X factor that Metz had was missing as well. So I do want to say though, so yes, injuries, yes, but did watch the Storm game, and man, that backline was all jumbled up. There was players that haven't, been playing kind of in their positions, and they played well, man. So part of this for me is like missing players, yes, and obviously if you have X factors, yes, but also it's like the attitude of like whoever's on the field, let's play. And to the boys' credit, like I said, played for 60, but let's do that for 80 if we can. Play with that spirit.
Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Just Jacko's last comment. Night sleep, Barney, go, bro. Clubs make errors. Pereira is only 23 and has top end speed. His D can be worked on. Sure. Like that, Jacko. Yeah. So the whole who is playing this weekend? I wouldn't even know.
Sharks and Raiders is one side of the field, and then obviously Panthers and I think Bulldogs are the other one.
Oh, okay. Because the Doggies,
Panthers and Bulldogs.
Yeah, because Critter got injured, eh?
Doggies have got a couple of injuries.
Yeah. Okay. I hope Canberra get up.
Hey, Fano, I'm actually run out of battery because I've just got in this.
Sweet.
So I'm going to.
Thanks for jumping in, Nick. Yeah, good to see you, brother.
See you guys online.
See you, brother.
We'll be on next week, bro. If you're around. Sure. Yeah. We.
Talking about the games this week.
Sorry, who the doggies playing?
The Panthers.
Panthers. Oh, I hope the dogs get up, man. Hope the dogs get up. Yeah. Oh, okay, Jacko's just posting them. Yeah. Sharks Raiders. I hope the Raiders get up against the Sharks. Even though my mate Kira, she's a hardcore Sharkies supporter. Sorry, Kira, but I hope the Raiders smash your team. Yeah, and the dogs. Yeah, I hope the dogs get up. So Melbourne. So Melbourne and the Broncos have got the weekend off.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Mate. Oh, there should be. That's actually two good games. But yeah, like I said earlier, once the Warriors were gone, I'm checking out. I might tune back in for the GF, but it's kind of like I'm already thinking of the Pacific Championship Cup. You know, it's kind of waiting for the Kiwi squad to get announced. Tahi, missing speed and size on the bench, in my opinion, but not far off the X factor. What is the X factor for us though? Besides liquor, those young guns, the zesty boys. What else? What would constitute the X factor for the Warriors going into next year?
That's a good question.
Well, kind of, yeah.
I do think, just off the top of the head, speed is definitely lacking. And Roger and DWZ in their heyday were speed merchants themselves. Not the fastest, but like fast enough. But I just think it's a young man's game. You have to have at least a couple sprinkled in and out of the team, and just unfortunately our backline, especially out wide, is a little bit slow, if I had to be honest. So I would say speed is kind of a big one. I think Met being there, he provides a dynamic that not most teams have. So like I think with his speed, and he's pretty crafty as well, having him back into the fold would be really helpful. But if I had to really pick, I think there's a X factor in terms of ability. We do have some boys we see what Leka can do, and I think if we can get some more of that in the backline, that'll be great. But I still think our game plan is questionable. If I had to be honest, I'm more our X factor lays in our ability to attack the line. I don't know about you fellas, but I kind of felt I don't know if we're going to get in sometimes. I just felt
bro.
We're just recycling plays. I'm not sure if we're actually creating enough creating the attacking in a way that we're creating an overlap. It just kind of felt our shape on the line has been, for me anyway, kind of interesting throughout the whole year. So
like our fifth and final options, we can get to the front door. We're just not kicking it in. We're not finishing in those finishing touches or lack of. It's highlighted all season, and it's just damn. And I mean, obviously, Uncle's gonna, he no doubt he's spotted that ages ago, and it's just the whole. But there were plenty of games the amount of times we'd get down the field easy as, but our fifth and final options were just just questionable, and to do all their hard work. What's that, my bro?
Sorry, but I was saying, our tech is very. And I feel that we sort of do the same, but we're hoping to get a different result. Taking it one. I don't know what the hope line. I don't know. Get a miracle break, I suppose. They just didn't seem to be a beat. It just seemed like when plan A didn't work, we didn't know what to do. Sort of we're hoping for the miracle try. Would get a couple of times. The miracle sort of ran out, to be honest.
It's a it's a hard one, bro. It's a hard one. Kind of so even the halves. Who's going to be our halves next year? If Jet Cleary's in the wings, Tanner John Stevens before was saying maybe push Tanner into the hooker's role. I don't know because Healy's a gun.
I like Healy, yeah.
Yeah, I like Healy too. And Wade, Egan's kind of, if he can just stay injury free, then when he's on, he's on. I can see where you're going with that though, John. And yeah, part of me kind of thinks, okay. Yeah, and like Tanner Boyd kind of just didn't. It's almost like he, like playing cup. Like he obviously stood out, but there were plenty of games, especially after he came in after Metz got injured, where it just didn't click. Things just weren't going his way for whatever reason. Yeah, and it's kind of like so even our halves combination for next year, or so with the amount of halves that we've got to choose from, who are the two that Uncle wants to carry through, or is Uncle going to keep going with this whole next man up? So whenever guys get injured, they step straight into their breach. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and the only thing I wanted to think on the game plan, I agree with you as well, Carl, bro, is that like very one-dimensional. And I think like we've carried on this kind of game plan since like if I think about like the days of Manu Vatuvai and kind of the one-up running at the start with our wingers and all that. Like obviously other teams adapted too, but it's just like we still have somewhat the same game plan for so many years. And again, there's some things that have worked for us over the past, but I do think the dynamic, and I think I saw it a little bit on in the weekend, not enough of it though, was actually just like creating extra passes. I know people get a bit fearful of like, moving their ball too much, but just the extra tip pass, you can just see it just adds another dynamic to the game. And I think to that one dimension, when you're just running straight up, you can snuff that out. When you're actually, looking for that pass, and if even the forwards just kind of playing that, you saw Fisher give it a couple of times. Even like what I was really happy about, I want to talk about this because we haven't seen it enough this year, and I sometimes think we, as fans, get scared of it. But I'm like, we have to kind of trust ourselves sometimes. Roger gave a ball to Adam on the so instead of usually we cut back in and kind of settle the ball. I was like, he actually gave the ball. Like now I'm not going to say give it, if it's not on, but I just feel like sometimes we don't, just that extra little pass does a lot more, but we get fearful of our boys dropping it. I feel like that's kind of, I feel like our X factor for me anyway is like, yes, there may be some roster changes that need to happen, but just creating a game plan that's dynamic enough so we don't look like we're just running straight up. That's kind of what I think could be an opportunity for us.
Yeah. Uncle's really measured in his approach, eh? Probably too measured. It might be that mentality of measure twice, cut once. He just don't want to risk it. Just double check.
It definitely is, and I think that's like you see the game plan he's trying to get is like get people into, I guess, structure, get up the field, play the percentages. But if one thing that I kind of reflect on, when especially like if I think about, what was the grand final last year or the year before when the Panthers came back against the Broncos? I think it was the year before, right? There's a level of you have to grind it out, but then it comes to a point where you have to kind of pull from what's in the magic bag. And I feel like sometimes we don't trust ourselves enough through the year that when we get to times when we need to use it, like we're too scared. Like we don't know what to do in those situations. So I feel like there's part of me that's like, how do we still have that level of structure so that, because that's what footy is, play the percentages, but it's like also try your hand a little, don't be so one dimensional in this fact of like, we know you're gonna get the backs to run on those first hit ups, get a couple of forwards and kick it. It's like shucks, it's kind of, I know you give up, you reveal your game plans every single week. You really know what the boys are gonna do. So yeah, sorry. I think I'm going down. You guys will understand what I'm trying to say here.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the game plan needs to kind of evolve.
Yeah, bro.
And I think that's the big with somebody like who for me he some games it was on defense, it was players and he was still taking tries. I don't know what continue to be faithful for the chance and not play Tate. I just feel he's the only X factor that we've got in their back. Roger has his moment, but Tane is there. Keeps the defense guessing all the time. As soon as they don't know what to do. I mean, he was creating tries, 5 meters out, and I'm just, I don't know. I was quite there. Tane didn't play. I was hoping that was going to move in the finals before the finals.
Same here, bro.
That Tane was going to one and chance was
go to centre.
That's painful.
Yeah.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
So I think that's part of the change that needs to happen.
And the good thing about Tane is kind of like just elusive, for such a, because he's definitely one of the smaller players out there, but he was hard to tackle, man. The amount of times he would just kind of just bounce off one foot or the other and just beat the tacklers. It was just like, wow. So he doesn't lack confidence. It's like he just backs himself and just gets stuck in.
Exactly. And I'm with you, Carl, bro. I feel like I was hoping to see potentially Chance move into that centre spot and Tane kind of come into the back. And what I really like about Tane, besides the stuff that you've already shared, and we've seen him defensively, right? I think it was their Knights game where there were many times Knights just broke through, and his ability to kind of just hold and make the right decision to kind of track people down, like that was impressive. I think for me, the things that I've seen from him, like if you actually go back to I know one was with the Tigers when Licker got that amazing try. He actually took the short side. So he does things where like he plays eyes up footy, and that's what I mean by like the dynamic thing is like sometimes you got to look in front of you. Like I know Webby's probably got to be down on you at training next week or anything like that, but it's like if you can see something, back yourself. And I think I just don't see that with some of our plays this year. But Tane is the one that kind of looks in front of him and goes, actually, I'll try something. Which we don't want 95% of the time, but that 5% when it's on, bro, like have a go, man, have a
jam. Read the play, read the field, feel with especially positional wise on the field. But it's that gut feeling, It's that whole backing yourself, thinking, oh, there's something on here, I can create something out of nothing. Tane's definitely got there, and Metcalf, and Licker, Dimitrik, those boys. Especially Licker and Dimitrik, they love the offloads. They love drawing those defenders in and then trying to get the ball out the back door kind of thing. They again, it just kind of makes next season. Just keen to see who's going to be making Webby's squad going into next season. Is there going to be many changes, or is Uncle just going to stick to what he's always done? Because I agree with you, Ty. If in those, because you need those instinctive players, those eyes up guys that just kind of see something that before half a second before anyone else, and it's the whole, I can make something out of this, and just backing themselves. That's what those top teams do. That's why the Storm, I hate saying it, but the Panthers, even the Broncos, those players that just read those plays and can see stuff before it actually happens. Like who would that be in our squad besides Tane? And I'd even kind of chuck Licker in there. But who else? Because if there's two out of the starting 13, it's just like okay, those aren't great odds. If we had some players that would just kind of just feel us back themselves. Like Metcalf was that for me at halfback. Even missing those conversions and stuff, he'd still be lining up the next one, or doing the droppies, whatever. That's what I loved about Luca. Luca was just full of confidence. If it's that Aussie kind of, who cares? Fuck it, I'm gonna try it anyway. He I love that Luca brings that to the team. So keen as to see him get back to playing the half, but again, who's going to be his partner? Who's going to be his partner rolling into next year? Yeah, some I don't know. Putting those questions out there really.
Yep. Good questions.
Dominic, evening fellas, great season result, but need to step up for next year. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, no one's. We're all singing from the same song sheet here. The Warriors have had a good season. There were plenty of games this season where, even last year, we would have folded. You know, those games that we won by 2 points, 4 points, whatever. We were on the wrong end of that scale last year. You know, we were losing those absolutely.
Yep.
So that's definitely one of those things that we've turned the corner on. Take that into next year. The way that the Warriors have bounced back this season has been definitely been a highlight for me. That's been one of those. They don't get their heads down. The amount of times where the Warriors had dropped the ball on the first or the fifth or whatever, you know, and it's just like, the mental switch has been quick, man. It's been heaps faster than what it has been. You know, but the finishing. Look, what was already highlighted. You know, we just lack that killer instinct just to get in there and finish teams off. Tahi Styles Smith will improve with another season. Yeah, yep. I liked him. I like what he brought off the bench too. He so Tanner Styles Smith. He reminds me of Russell Packer. Doesn't have that mongrel, but he's a goer. You know, he just kind of gets stuck in his own way. He'll just run it hard and tackle hard all game. You know, so you know he's kind of, but Tanner's part of that. Those young fellas coming through, yeah, it really does make it quite interesting for next year. You know, Jacob Laban, he's another one. And it was just a shame when he got injured because he was having a good season. You know, again, want to see those young fellas kind of kick on. If they get chosen for the Kiwis, Matima Tonga, Toa Samoa, you know, for the Pacific Championship Cup, then they've earned it. You know, they've definitely earned it. I've lost my pin. But I'm just thinking, fellas, was there anything else to add from the Panthers demolition? Because if not, what's that going to be?
With the one Martin said Healy on the bench and only going with I sort of thought it was getting injured. And the way that he sort of played, I thought he didn't look 100%.
Oh, okay.
He just wasn't sort of doing the things that he did. He was sort of without really no intention. It was like, I'm just going to run out of the half and not really create anything. I was sort of hoping Healy would have started, to be honest, because I don't think Wade.
Yeah.
I mean, we still just let the firepower off the bench without only having two forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I kind of like, you know, we know Egan's quite deceptive with his play out of dummy half, but I just feel like there was part where, like, I can't remember within the season where he was running it a bit more, and I just kind of felt like we needed a little bit of that, and that's what Healy brings. He kind of runs the ball maybe a bit too much, and I wonder how, like, the bro must be fit as to run as much as he does and still, you know, still be able to be out there. But I just feel like, yeah, Wade, as deceptive as he is with his passing, some games he can just kind of let that running not, you know, it's absent, and you kind of wonder, to your point, Carl, if is there something else that's going on? Is he carrying something? You know, because he could have added. Now, I will have to say too, like, just again, not the Panthers fan TV channel, but what I kind of saw from them too was just how fast the ruck was. Like, that was quick, man. Sometimes, they were getting up the field, and like it looked like we were just getting back 10, and they're rolling again. And I'm like, man, that's like kind of, you know, rugby league 101 is how to speed the ruck up. And I feel like us as Warriors, I've never really seen that from us. I've never seen really a kind of a fast enough ruck where we're able to, what they did to us is just made us scramble. We had to kind of come in tighter, and then you can see why they're able to create overlaps. But yeah, it was impressive just to kind of see that at an NRL level, doing the basic fundamentals, and speeding up that play the ball, you can just see what opportunities it creates for you. And Panthers do that really well. So yeah, that was just kind of my insight watching them.
And they were really good at slowing us down. So that whole like waiting for the ref to kind of like he did give us the 6 agains, and we but it was watching the game was like far out. Come on, ref, get the whistle out. But master manipulators, the Panthers, the way they were just slowing us down and stuff was just like you could see our boys were just struggling. And to that point, you're making tires like and when they had the ball, that man. The speed of the ruck was just like, oh my goodness. And then we get pinged, or they get a 6 again, or we get penalised. And it's just like, wow, really? Hard stuff to watch, my bro. Very hard. Southside, man, can't wait for that Pacific Cup Free Monster Ford packs. Yeah, it's going to be choice, bro. And I know we talked about this weeks ago, but that whole... So the Pacific Cup Championship is like how the finals in Australia and the Kangaroos aren't even here, and it won't even be there. They're not even a part of they're playing the Ashes, and it's just like, how crazy is that, man? They should have had the final in bloody Auckland. It's just like, just frustrating. But definitely looking forward to the Pacific Cup Championship. And just to see how we roll out that Kiwi squad. How many... Actually, here's a question for everyone, for the crew as well. How many Warriors do you reckon will make the Kiwis? Who would you choose from the Warriors, this current squad, to play for the Kiwis?
Good question. And who wants to play, given a lot have multiple allegiances.
Yeah, bro.
I think Aaron for me is a shoo-in.
Yeah,
obviously he's got Samoan heritage too. So whether he picks New Zealand or Samoa, who else? Good question.
Mate, honestly, maybe Adam. But like the quality centers that are already out there. When you think of Timoko, McLean,
Chris,
these guys that are like, they're already. You could almost earmark those guys. And when you think back in the day, the Warriors used to dominate the Kiwis too. How many Warriors players would be in the black and white jersey? That's a bit of a stretch this time.
Who else? Like, I think one that might get a look in just because, and there might be other second rows I'm not thinking about, will probably be Nurukuri. Now, I'm not saying that because, I think he's necessarily had a good year or anything, but I think there's always been this kind of thing of if he's available, Kiwis have usually picked him. So, that's all I could think of. Roger will probably go Samoa. Chanel obviously could go both ways, but I don't know where he would go. I think that's probably when I was actually having a look at the Kiwis, and I think the lightest position we have is our halves. If we got no Jerome Hughes, you've got Cody Nikorima, and then you've got obviously Dylan Brown, but it starts getting really thin real quick.
You got Koro Foreign.
You got Foreign there, but he's a lot older than he once was. I still have him if we got no one else, and then obviously our hooker, you got Jeremy Marshall, you got Croslin.
Yeah, bro.
And after that, you're like, okay, who's next?
Just Zach. What up, Zach? Will you guys be doing a special?
Shucks!
So,
I just realized I didn't think of Fish. Oh, that was so bad. Obviously, Fish.
Shucks, bro. Yeah. And like even Moses Leota, will he pledge himself to the Kiwis or jump to Samoa kind of thing? Because he'd be a mean addition, bro. What's the props name from the Roosters?
Nafahu
White. Yeah, Nafahu. I like him, bro. Never used to. Used to hate his guts. But then when I heard he plays for the Kiwis, he wants to play for the Kiwis. It's like, sure. Yeah, definitely keeping you, my bro. Sorry, just Zach's question. Yeah, bro. We're definitely like for next week, we might do like a Kyle made the suggestion of breaking down the season into 3 parts, and then just doing a review of like the rounds in particular, MVPs, most improved, who kind of, and just lead that into the championship. So yeah, we keen, bro. We definitely will be keen. Team and bench. Sorry, just catching up on these comments. Maybe C&K was Stacey as coach. Ooh.
Yeah, C&K might get a look too.
Yeah. Stacey's coach. Yeah. He's it probably is quite slim. I think we're good for the forwards. I think the Kiwis stack up well for our forwards. Hughes is likely back. Really? Wow! I thought he was gone for the season. Wow. Okay. Interesting call there, Jacko.
I think they saw. I saw something where it might be back for this the prelims.
Wow. Holy. Okay. Oh well, if he is, then man, good on him. But again, it questions the whole, because once even if the Storm were to make the final, I mean, obviously, if the Storm make the final, he'll play. But if he gets injured, that's him rolling into next year. Hughes will go under the knife, in my opinion. Yeah. Especially if the Storm make the final. If they make the GF, then yeah. Because you'd imagine, as a player, every player wants to be there. So regardless of whether you're carrying injuries, minor injuries or major injuries, you definitely want to be in that game. Before I forget, and I think I mentioned it at the start of the show tonight, but just shout out to our girls, massive win in their last game. Awesome game. They Ivana Leotiti, far out, bro. She was outstanding. I was thinking she must be like a Al Qaeda operative, because she was just a terrorist, man. She was just ripping them up, folding girls in front of her, and then doing hit ups, just munching up the yards. But yeah, so our girls, our women did make up for the boys. For me, it was a good way to end the weekend. Oh, Carl, I think this is for you, my bro. Ooh, up the waz. Ooh, up the waz. I think your kids have. Yeah, nice. Want to see your happy face after Panthers destroy dogs, bro. Oh, here we go. I don't know about that, Jacko. I hope the dogs get up. Where we at? No, Wahine at all. Yeah, our women played well. And again, leading into next year for Wahine was, it's they've like their coach has got a good rapport between him and Uppy, the Uppy Nichols and the rest of them. So hopefully he carries on, because he's definitely got a good core nucleus of his skills there. Definitely going to tune in watching those fellas next year. Wayne has looked great. They have built a good foundation for next year. Yeah, bro, absolutely, Jacko, absolutely. And we definitely want to make it a thing. Shout out for a woman. Like I'm personally, I'm surprised that the other Warriors podcasts don't kind of jump on that bandwagon. One of the things that I've kind of noticed is like the rugby girls, and I think this is where the NRL, this is where New Zealand rugby is far superior to the NRL, and that's those rugby girls that have jumped ship and have come over to the league, the personalities they bring. I think the NRL, once they tap into that, because so women's rugby in New Zealand and Aotearoa obviously is like it's a big ticket, and they get good numbers to their games. in the NRL. That's probably one of their weak points. So, you know, what the Warriors bring, what our Wahine was bring, especially those rugby girls, it's a different kind of energy. They like the amount of times you see those girls laughing and shit while they're playing, even during a game, it's like, wow, okay. They're pretty relaxed. They get on with their business, but they've got their own kind of flavor, their own style, and it's just different. It's different. Like the Aussie girls, and I think the Aussie girls are starting to kind of switch onto that too. Jacko Wahine, Coach Griffin's signed for 3 years. Oh, nice. I'm glad. Yeah. I hope he hangs around, bro, because he's done a good job. He's done a really good job. Right, let's lean into the Pacific Cup schedule, eh? Where are we? Who is the first game?
Who was the first game?
Yeah.
I think we got Samoa first, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Kiwis and Samoa on Sunday the 19th. Fiji Bati play the Cook Islands on Saturday 18th. So they're the first game, and then us the next day. Kiwis versus Toa Samoa at Go Media Stadium, Mount Smart. Nice. Following weekend, the Kumus against the Cook Islands, and then Toa Samoa against Tonga 13. Oh, I don't know if it's the top team. Nah. Is it the top team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Te Mā Tonga. Nice. And then we play Tonga on the 2nd of November. And that's at Eden Park. Wow. Okay. Sure. And then the final. So the Championship Cup final is on Sunday, the 9th of November. It'll be interesting, bro. It'll be interesting to see how the Kiwis go, especially now that Toa Samoa with the a lot of the like the ex-Kiwis and ex-Kangaroos that have jumped ship, you know, and pledged their allegiance, and good on them too. I'm glad they have. So if you follow us around for the Kiwis first game, Mount Smart, Sunday the 19th, 6 o'clock. Yeah, go check out our boys playing Toa Samoa. Are the women playing? Or is it just the men's?
Yeah, the woman playing too.
Oh, nice. I haven't even pulled a draw up for our way now. Yeah, that's pretty much. I can't think of much else for tonight. So next Monday night we'll definitely kind of lean into the whole. Let's do a whole season review. What was the breakdown, Cole? You mentioned earlier for the 3 parts.
I thought maybe 1 to 9, sort of the first 9, then sort of 10 to 18, and then around 19 to 27. And then 1 to 9, you might want to include the preseason Storm game. Just sort of 3 parts of sort of 9 rounds.
Yeah, I like that, bro. I like that. So for the comments crew, if you follow us around next Monday night, we'll definitely be on. How many weekends away is the GF? Is it like two more weekends?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can do a quick review on that, but Warriors aren't there, so my heart's not in it. Yeah, we can do a spiel, but I'd rather talk about the Kiwis, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's full time for tonight, fellas. So Ty, awesome to see you, bro. Thanks for jumping on tonight, brother. You too, Cole. And to our comments crew. Yeah, that's a take, eh? That's a take for tonight. That's pretty much good night, nurse, for the Warriors. Turn the lights off on the way out. And the whole I hope the Raiders get up, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers are there or thereabouts, which will just really piss me off. I so don't want them to get there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, fellas. You fellas in the comments crew, awesome kind of made tonight. We will catch up next week. And even though we're not there, you know what? Fuck it. Go the fucking Warriors. All right. After fucking